What the hell did I just play? From the creators of the XCOM games, a series that I really enjoy comes Midnight Suns, a game where you, the big bad hunter, awakens from a slumber to just fight his mommy, Lilith, who's been resurrected by Dr. Faustus. The game involves card-based gameplay where you customize a deck and go into combat scenarios. The issue here isn't the card-based style, that piece of the game actually works, but the lackluster, repetitive scenarios and gameplay loop that you're in while you play the game. Half of the game is a high school simulator where the edgy Midnight Suns throw birthday parties and kick back by the fireplace to have book club. Yes, seriously, book club.
That is no ordinary book. I can sense it from here.
Exactly.
The neighborhood association is not going to like this.
Here's the thing. I made it about halfway through this game before stopping. I couldn't finish it. I'm a strong believer of needing to finish a game in order to see the big picture before I drop a review. So I'm going to be breaking a rule here, but I just seriously don't give a fuck. I could not bear the story of this game. On paper, it seems great and it's pretty awesome, but the execution of what happens is just so B-movie, where you've got Guardians of the Galaxy, Arkham games, shit, even Spider-Man that just did so well delivering a story that you care about. It's just so hard for me to care about the Hunter, Lilith, and just everyone else in this game. I was just checked out in every cutscene wishing it would end soon so that I can just start playing again. The sad part here is that the concept of having a game about the Midnight Suns is actually really cool. But instead of giving us different heroes like Magic and Nico, we're getting the usual Avenger crash of Captain Marvel and Tony Stark, who technically should be able to handle this with ease, right? I mean, I also really just hated that I had my own avatar here, because I basically just took up party space with my sword and whip attacks. Party space that I definitely would have preferred bringing other characters on. Side missions just sucked. I mean, I was tearing down a helicopter or, picking up some item that's in a truck after just hitting a guy with a shield multiple times.
Reinforcements inbound.
God, I just can't stand seeing that text. Gameplay starts off fun. I mean, I didn't expect a slasher. I didn't expect an action game. I knew I was getting a tactical card game here. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Fire Emblem, which is something I wish I just bought instead of this. The gameplay loop basically involves you selecting a main or side mission. You pick 2 characters if it's a main mission, 3 if it's a side, and you go into a combat scenario. Scenarios just got old really fast. I mean, you're in a small room with objects that you basically slam people into with the push effect on the card. And guess what? You could also push people into other people. Creative, right? The cards themselves add a little bit of RNG, but with the right cards in your deck, you can definitely chain some cool combos and just build up certain effects. You build up heroism through this meter by playing those cards, and it gives you access to more stronger and more badass cards. You've got a whole redraw system. I mean, you can move people around to set up some chain attacks. The card fighting is really not that bad. I mean, it's not Marvel snap addicting, guilty pleasure, but I mean, it's fun. The problem is that when you complete a room though, you're getting reinforcements again and again. Most of those grunts can just be one tap. I mean, other guys are just attack sponges where you're just constantly just attacking them over and over. And when you do get a boss, I mean, it's basically attack over and over and over again. And when you think you've killed them, they go into a weird rest and then they come back to life and you got to do that again. I mean, there's barely any twists. There's barely any shakeups to the gameplay besides slamming them into shit that explodes or knocking them into other enemies.
I know this entire situation's gotta suck for you.
The dreaded Abby. You come back here after every mission. Think Commander Shepard, but CW style. I really don't understand what the devs on this side of the game were thinking. I don't get who played this whole part of the game and thought it was good or complex. I mean, you're literally dealing with superheroes like Captain Marvel and Blade like they're in high school. Besides saving the world, you're planning birthday parties for Magic, but she doesn't like surprises. So you tell her, which helps her bond with you because guess what? You spoiled the surprise. You even go to a book club with freaking Blade, the vampire hunter, where he interrupts your reading to talk about a fake fucking book.
Does the night sky seem darker than usual?
I had not noticed. Why do you ask?
It's just off somehow. I swear the moonlight on a clear evening is too dim for this time of year. Same with the torches outside the Abbey.
The dialogue in the cutscenes were just so bad, but this portion of the game takes the cake for the worst dialogue possibly in any game ever.
You ever get in a horse chase?
What is a horse chase?
Like a car chase, but with horses. Did you ever drift a horse? Maybe on a frozen lake or something?
It almost felt like a just completely different game. I mean, dare I say mobile game? You're training with the team by just selecting them and having a training session. All the bonding stuff is basically unskippable because it helps level up the characters, and you need to do that and suffer through that shit. That way you can unlock better cards and better effects. You're unlocking loot boxes for cards, which after basically every mission you go decode with Tony Stark. And I mean, you're able to use this random weird essence stuff you see everywhere to collect and just craft things. Is the customization of the heroes awesome? Yes, I love that part. The rest of the Abbey, completely horrible, absolute trash. Whoever wrote or designed it, seriously, that entire portion shouldn't be allowed to touch another game's dialogue ever again. It's just so cringe, and I just can't believe it even made it to production.
What is your hobby?
I paint nails.
Your hobby is painting your nails?
No, nails. For building things, I paint pictures on the heads of silver nails.
How?
Speaking of mobile games though, the visuals look toned down, like this was supposed to release on an iPhone. The graphics are bad, and I mean, don't get me wrong, some of the best games I've played have okay or bad graphics, but these are just so old school and wrong looking. I mean, the animations look funny, the poses that the characters are in, it's just really sloppy looking. I mean, again, the attacks and cutscenes, they look a lot better, but attack animations like Ghost Rider, awesome. I love seeing it, I love using it. The rest of the game, though, just isn't pretty at all. I mean, I get that graphics aren't a huge deal when it comes to strategy games, but I just wanted to point that one out. If you've made it this far, I mean, it's no surprise that I can't recommend this game at all. I don't understand what I missed, though. I mean, most reviews are generally positive. Even the user reviews are great. And I mean, I know I'll get some anger in the comments, but this is my serious, just genuine opinion. I mean, I don't get review codes. I work 8 hours a day in marketing, and I just didn't look forward to coming home after a long day of work and playing this shit. The story for me wasn't engaging or captivating in any way. The dialogue was performed and just written just so poorly, it would constantly just pull me out of any care I had for the story. Graphics weren't good at all. And I mean, the bullshit I had to endure at the Abbey with book club, birthdays, and crushes on other heroes was just so bad that any fun I had in battle was just short-lived. I can't recommend this game, and if I had to give it a score, then I have to give it a 3 out of 10. Midnight Suns really fails to do anything right. It feels incomplete, like a mobile game, and spends way too much time on the socializing aspect of the game than the actual card gameplay, which really isn't that bad. Other reviews love this game, but I just couldn't see what they were thinking. Give it a go if you'd like, but this is a definite skip for me. If you guys like the review, don't forget to drop a like, hit subscribe, don't miss another video. I'm here to basically give no BS with all these video game reviews. I'm way too small to get a code or have any kind of bias in any way. We started the channel just last year, and it's been an awesome journey with you all. Goal right now is to hit the 60 subscribers with this one. Thanks again for watching. See you guys next time.